Is this something we really want to see though? So we all know where this stems from. Back in earlier this year, whatever the fuck it happened, Lupe sent out some type of tweet asking fans something about lyrics, yada yada yada. Kid Cudi was like, yeah, basically he'll pay for a verse or some shit or whatever will have you, and Kid Cudi went off and said, "Yo, where's the money going?" Or basically trying to say he ripping off his fans or some shit. So this shit is not new. This shit is kind of old. But I guess Lupe was at a concert or something, and he went on stage and was like, "Yeah, I ain't got no problems with nobody." But in other words, when I see Kid Cudi, it's on site. Now, do I think that Lupe really would tee off on this nigga Kid Cudi? I don't know. I've seen Kid Cudi on YouTube going in crowds and beating the shit out of motherfuckers, like real shit. Like, so it ain't about which one would, win a fight. Who cares about that shit? At the end of the day, lawsuits will happen. People will get hurt. We understand that. But what I'm saying is, what's the point of it? Like, I guess Lupe kind of feel like personally that was a friend of his, you know what I mean? And he could have basically hit him on his jack and was like, yo, blah blah blah, instead of going on social media and doing shit. That's what I say. A lot of times with shit can be solved with real men can sit down. A phone call need to happen. You feel me? Instead of just going on Twitter or Instagram and saying some crazy shit. Do y'all really want to see them two fight? Because I feel like, I mean, it's old. And at the end of the day, it's just like, man, Lupe, you got other shit to be worrying about. You know what I mean? You put out an incredible album in 2015, dope as fuck, one of the best albums of 2015 in my opinion. And you doing your little tour thing, whatever, what have you, and you shouldn't even pay this nigga no mind. Like, you know what I mean? You should keep doing what you're doing. Musically, y'all on different levels, but I would call Lupe a genius. I mean, Kid Cudi cool, but I think even his own fan base will agree. A couple of last of his projects, a lot of motherfuckers wasn't feeling like, the Wizard project, Indica. A lot of people really wasn't fucking with that. And there was one more joint he did. So who knows what he gonna do in this new joint? Still waiting on Man in the Moon 3, but this nigga seems to want to push that back even, farther when we were supposed to get it this year. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I don't want to see these niggas fight, bro. I don't want to go on no fucking TMZ or no type of World Star shit and see these two niggas fighting over what? You know what I'm saying? Like, did he really disrespect Lupe as a man? Kind of. You know what I'm saying? But did Lupe kind of, you know, exaggerate it? If you knew you wasn't, ripping off your fans, did you have to take it that way? Not really. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I don't want to see these two niggas fight for shit though. But what I would want to see is go in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It keep it hip hop, my nigga. You know what I mean? It ain't gotta be about album sales. It ain't gotta be none of that fool shit. Just straight music. Like if you really have an issue with him, you know what I'm saying? He went on social media, so fuck it. Put it in a song. Go song for song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Air it out like that. I mean, we know Kid Cudi has this thing about him where relationships, as far as his friends, get sour. I mean, even Wale and Kid Cudi, people been wanting music from them two for a long ass time, and then it finally happened. They, work together again. But I don't really want to see these niggas fight. I mean, I don't want to see nobody fight. I mean, in hip hop. But at the same time, if it's for a real purpose, if a nigga disrespects you as like a man, then that's some different shit. But him just not understanding what Lupe was doing with a tweet or what he was saying, it's just a misunderstanding. That shit could be handled, like I said, with a phone call. These two niggas could sit down in a room as men and talk, or get a 5 minutes, I guess, if that's what Lupe really want. But I really don't see Kid Cudi saying too much about the situation. I think he kind of downplayed it or whatever. But I mean, he did say some crazy shit in them tweets when you go back and look and think what he was saying, though. You know what I mean? Calling Lupe, I think called him a hypocrite or some shit like that, or some kind of form of that. And it's like, nigga, wow. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Who is he to judge somebody? I mean, wasn't he the one that couldn't do an album or be in the studio or be in public, deal with fame without doing coke and weed and type of shit like that? And glad he's sober. That's good. But I mean, you can't, knock him for one thing if that ain't really happening and you ain't, squeaky clean your goddamn self. But I personally don't want to see both these niggas fight. I enjoy both their music. You know, I became a fan of Kid Cudi once I heard Man on the Moon. I thought that was an incredible body of work. Man on the Moon 2 is my favorite album from this nigga. You know, how I feel about Lupe already. So I just feel like they need to, as men, you know, if they can't work it out like gentlemen, you know what I mean, then go your separate ways. You know what I mean? You stay over there and don't mention me. You stay over there and don't mention me. I'm just saying, like, it's life is too short for that dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? And some would say, well, Lupe didn't say that shit to Chief Keef when Chief Keef said he gonna slap him like he was a little bitch or whatever he said. He kind of did. That nigga was gonna retire and he ain't had time for it. But let's not get it fucked up. Lupe's not no sucker. Like y'all, just because he rap like that, y'all really gotta go back in the mixtapes and listen. That nigga really grew up in Chirac for real. Like you know what I'm saying? That nigga, he carry weapons and everything like that. He got guns and all that other shit. But it's just like it ain't really about that. It's about positivity and uplifting the community. You know what I mean? Helping. You know what I mean? But if it comes to that other shit, then it'll go there. But don't ever look at Lupe like he a sucker. You know what I mean? But what y'all think? I don't think these niggas need to fight. I think they need to hash it out like men. Real men can come to the table and work out anything. And that's just my opinion on it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Glad y'all still supporting the channel. My lame ass channel, I guess. You know what I mean? Nothing special over here, but I appreciate y'all, man. And thanks for rocking with a nigga. One.